Myself, Professor Khemchand Surana. In previous sessions, we have started with the anti-cancer agents. In that, we have seen the introduction of anti-cancer agent. Further, we have seen the causes and cell cycle. Then we have seen the classification of different anti-cancer agents. Further, we have started with the cytotoxic drugs or the cytotoxic agents. In that, we have started with alkylating agents. In alkylating agents, so initially the first major category is nitrogen mustard. Then further we have seen the second class of this alkylating agent, that is what aziridine derivatives. Then further alkyl sulfonates. So these are what the all alkylating agents which is act as what anti-cancer agents. So till this we have seen in last session. So now today further whatever the next subclasses of these alkylating agents we have to look into. Okay, so further the fourth major subclass of this alkylating agent is what nitrosourea derivatives. Okay, so nitrosourea derivatives, again it is one of the important class from this alkylating agent. Okay, which will ask in examination for at least 5 or 3 marks. Okay, so the alkylating agents, the basic structure given over here, ClH2 CH2Cn C double bond O NHR N double bond O. So nitrosourea, the basic structure has been given over here. Just draw the basic structure and practice it. So now further the examples from this category, that is what nitrosourea. So the first example is what carmustine. Okay, so at R position there will be CH2 substitution in basic structure. So initially just practice the basic structure. From that just need to remember all these structures and their substituent. Okay, so the carmustine CH2Cl will be substituted. Second example is lomustine, in that cyclohexane ring will be there. Next is samustine, in that methyl cyclohexane ring will be substituted. Okay, and in case of chlorozotocin, okay, chlorozotocin, the glucose will be substituted at position of R. So these are what the four examples from nitrosourea derivatives: carmustine, lomustine, samustine and chlorozotocin. Okay, so further the mode of action of these nitrosourea is basically it involves the abstraction of NH proton followed by the rearrangement to gives isocyanate and dihydroxide. Okay, so initially what will happen, so these agents will abstract the NH proton. Okay, and after abstraction of these NH proton they will rearrange and gives the isocyanate and diazohydroxide. Okay, so the diazohydroxide, whatever this diazohydroxide has been formed, so it leads to what protonation followed by what loss of water, which gives or yields diazo species that decomposes to a reactive carbocation which is responsible for DNA alkylation. Okay, so initially what happened, abstraction of these NH proton. Okay, then rearrangement will occur. From this rearrangement isocyanate and diazohydroxide will form. Okay, after this formation of diazohydroxide, they leads to what protonation by loss of water molecule and gives diazo species, and this diazo species what decomposes the reactive carbocation which is what responsible for DNA alkylation. Okay, whatever this diazo species, okay, which is what reactive carbocation and which is what responsible for DNA alkylation. So this is what the mechanism of action of nitrosourea. So further we have to see the details of every drug from this nitrosourea. So first drug we have seen, that is what carmustine. Okay, so this drug will be given by IVL and useful in the treatment of brain tumor, gastrointestinal cancer, Hodgkin's disease. Okay, so these kinds of cancers, in these kinds of cancer this carmustine has been useful. So this carmustine will causes the myelosuppression, nausea and vomiting. So this kind of adverse effect like myelosuppression, then nausea, vomiting will caused by this carmustine. Further, lomustine and samustine are also the analogues of what carmustine with their similar pharmacodynamic and toxicity profile. They given orally and with high bioavailability. Okay, so these drugs were given by orally and they are having high bioavailability. So further, whatever the drugs from these nitrosourea, the example we have seen, that is what chlorozotocin plus streptozotocin is also one more example. So the structure has been given. So we have seen in case of chlorozotocin, at R position there will be glucose. So you can see the glucose structure, and further NH3 double bond O, NH, R will be given. So at R position further different derivatives has been synthesized. Okay, so from these chlorozotocin, streptozotocin has been synthesized. So in case of this, R is equal to CH3 will be there, and in case of chlorozotocin, R is equal to CH2 Cl will be there. Okay, so these are again two structures. Further derivatives has been synthesized, and these are biologically active. Okay, so these drugs given IVly basically, and these are what natural nitrosourea as well as broad spectrum antibiotics. Okay, so these are what natural nitrosourea derivatives and also what broad spectrum antibiotics. These are useful in case of what Hodgkin's disease, colon cancer and pancreatic cancer. The side effect from these drugs is basically myelosuppression, nausea and vomiting. So these kinds of side effect has been developed by these drugs. So this is what about the nitrosourea. Now we will move to the next subclass of this alkylating agent, that is what triazine. Okay, so triazines were also called as methyl hydrazine. Okay, so triazine is also called as what? Methyl hydrazine. So examples from this category is procarbazine and decarbazine. Okay, so procarbazine and decarbazine. So structures given over here. In case of decarbazine, there is what imidazole ring is there, and in case of procarbazine, NH, and aromatic ring will be there. So both structures just draw and practice them. Okay, so this class has been again asked in examination. Okay, so the procarbazine basically undergo and activated by what? P440 enzyme, and basically these procarbazine is given by parenterally and orally. Okay, so this procarbazine useful in the treatment of what? Hodgkin's disease, lymphomas and brain cancer. Okay, so the side effects from these drug basically is what? The myelosuppression. Myelosuppression is what? One common side effect from number of these subclasses from the alkylating agent. Then nausea will develop, then vomiting, CNS depression will be there, leukemia. Okay, so these kinds of side effects were developed by these triazines. Okay, next decarbazine. So decarbazine useful in the treatment of Hodgkin's disease, malignant myeloma, okay, carcinoid cancer, okay, then neuroblastoma and soft tissue sarcoma. So these kinds of cancer, in these kinds of cancer, this decarbazine has been utilized. So again side effect of these decarbazine is what? Myelosuppression, leukopenia and thrombocytopenia. Okay, so these are what the side effects of these decarbazine. So now the mode of action of, or the mechanism of action of these triazine is like, so the procarbazine and the triazine decarbazine, okay, and temozolomide act by different mechanism. Okay, so procarbazine, triazine decarbazine and temozolomide, these all drugs were act through different mechanism. Okay, but all these drugs they exerts what? Anti-neoplastic effect. Anti-neoplastic means anti-cancer effect through what? O6 methylation of guanine nucleotide. Okay, so although these drugs were showing the different mechanism, but all drugs are what? Anti-neoplastic action through what? O6 methylation of guanine nucleotides. Okay, so O6 methylation pairs preferentially with thymine. Okay, so with thymine what? Basically they were O methylation will be occur. Okay, and these mispair, okay, whatever these mispair between thymine and O6 methyl guanine, okay, so promotes the point mutation during the subsequent DNA replication. Okay, so whatever the DNA replication process has been going on, so whatever the pair formed between this O6 methylguanine and thymine, okay, so this mispair will promote the mutation, okay, and triggers the cell destruction through the activation of normal post replication mismatch repair system. Okay, so once this whatever the mutation has been promoted by the mispair of this O6 methylguanine and thymine, okay, so they trigger what? Cell destruction, okay, cell destruction through what? Activation of normal post replication mismatch pair system. Okay, so this is what the mechanism of action of these triazine derivatives. Okay, so further we have to discuss the metabolism of these triazine derivatives. So in metabolism, basically procarbazine metabolism involves basically CYP-A1 and CYP-2B enzymes, okay, and the DNA alkylation operates through what? Free radical mechanism. Okay, so through free radical mechanism DNA alkylation has been occur. The major degradation pathway involves benzylic oxidation of azoprocarbazine producing methyl hydrazine that generates a methyl radical through an unstable diazine intermediate. Okay, so what happened? Whatever the major degradation pathway involves, that is what? Benzylic acid oxidation. Okay, and they were producing what? Methyl hydrazine that generates what? Methyl radical. Okay, and which is what? Unstable diazine intermediate. Okay, so in addition to O6, reactive methyl radical form can alkylate the C8 and N7 position of the guanine. Okay, whatever the O6 position has been there, so this will what? Alkylate the C8 and N7 position of the guanine. Okay, so in contrast, the triazine methylate DNA guanine via the diazomethane or methyl carbocation generated in situ. Okay, so whatever the DNA guanine via diazomethane. Okay, so whatever the methyl carbocation has been generated, so this generated by what? In situ, means within the reaction these were generated. Although temozolomide is converted to what? Diazomethane precursor 3-methyl triazine 1-YL imidazole 4-carboxamide means MTIC through the non-enzymatic mechanism. The conversion of decarbazine to MITC depends on the action of CYP-A1A and CYP-1A2 enzyme with smaller contribution of CYP-2E1. Okay, so whatever this conversion of whatever decarbazine to the MTIC, okay, which is depend on basically what? These CYP enzyme, that is what? CYP-A1A and CYP-A1A12. Okay, also in small contribution CYP-2E1 also there. Okay, so O6 and N7 position of guanine are most vulnerable to triazine methylation. Okay, so these both position O6 and N7 are most important as per their mechanism and metabolism. Okay, so this is about the metabolism of triazine. You can see the whatever the reaction of metabolism. Okay, so initially procarbazine structure you can see in the presence of oxygen. So by oxygen, okay, so H2O2 will be removed and will get the first metabolite, that is what? Azoprocarbazine. You can see the azoprocarbazine structure. From this azoprocarbazine again two pathway has been occur. From minor pathway you will get the another intermediate. Okay, and from major pathway through what? CYP-1A and 2B you will get this C double bond O, means ketone type of intermediate. Okay, so further whatever the intermediate or the metabolite form in the minor pathway that also gives this kind of structure further. Okay, means this kind of metabolite further. Okay, so also the methyl hydrazine has been removed. From this methyl hydrazine, methyl diazine will be formed. Okay, so this methyl diazine will form the radical, and this radical where causes the guanine methylation at O6, C8 and N7 position. Okay, So further the xanthine oxidase, okay. So through xanthine oxidase, whatever this keto-type of metabolite will form the N-isopropyl, okay, thalamic acid. This is what major urinary metabolite. Whatever this metabolite is what major urinary metabolite. So this is what about the metabolism and mechanism of action of procarbazine. So here you can see whatever the methyl hydrazine has been formed. From this methyl hydrazine, methyl diazine will be synthesized, and these methyl diazine will develop the free radical, and this free radical where causes the guanine methylation at O6, C8 and N7 position. Through this whatever the mispair has been occur, and there will be cell destruction has been seen. Okay, so this is what about metabolism and mechanism of action of procarbazine. So further the next major category of these alkylating agent is what? Organoplatinum complexes. Okay, organoplatinum complexes, or we can simply call platinum analogs. Okay, so these are what? DNA cross linking agent. Okay, organoplatinum complexes you can call, or platinum analogs you can call. Okay, so these are all what? DNA cross linking agents. Okay, so in that the example is cisplatin. You can see the simple structure: platin, NH3 NH3 ClCl. Then carboplatin you can see, also called as paraplatin. Okay, then oxaliplatin. Okay, then picoplatin, then satraplatin. Okay, these are all what? Examples of organoplatinum complexes. Okay, so this C-platin is basically what? A square planar geometry type of structure. Okay, so just draw all the structures and practice them. Okay, this class is again important as per your examination. So these platinum analogs or the platinum compounds basically considered to be the soft electrophile, and as a result it is a complexes are subject to attack by soft nucleophiles such as thiol group found on the protein. Okay, basically whatever the mechanism of action of alkylating agent we have seen, that is what? Whatever these alkylating agent were act as what? Electrophile, and whatever the nucleophile having what? The DNA having what? Nucleophile. Okay, so whatever the these nucleophile were attack on the electrophile, and the complex between these two has been formed. So same kind of mechanism has been seen over here. So basically this can be results in the significant protein binding. Okay, near about 90 to 95%, and inactivation causes the presence of thiol in albumin, glutathione and other protein. Okay, so near about the significant protein binding will be there. Also they were inactivated, okay, by the presence of thiol group will be there, albumin will be there. Okay, so this is then next is what? The example from this platinum compound is cisplatin. Okay, this cisplatin basically given IVly, intravenously, as a first line drug for the testicular cancer or ovarian cancer, also useful in the bladder cancer. Okay, so this cisplatin is also useful in the treatment of melanoma, okay, and the number of other solid tumors. Okay, so this drug is again useful in the different kinds of cancer will be there. So side effect of this cisplatin is basically lethal myelosuppression will be seen, but can causes the severe nausea, vomiting, neurotoxicity as well as nephrotoxicity. So these are what? All the side effects of this platin compound. Okay, so the mechanism of action of these platin compound you can see over here. So cisplatin will be there. Okay, structure platin compound, basically this platin compound where binds the nitrogen atom of the guanine. Okay, so DNA will be there, the base pair will be there, in the bases there will be nitrogen will be there. So these cisplatin where bind to what? Nitrogen atom of the guanine, which inhibits the DNA, RNA and protein synthesis. Once the complex between these base pair nitrogen, base pair of the nitrogen and compound, that is what cisplatin, they inhibit what? DNA, RNA and protein synthesis. Okay, so how they will inhibit? We know the process of DNA multiplication, that is what? From purine pyrimidine bases there will be synthesis of ribonucleotides. Okay, Then deoxyribonucleotides means from RNA DNA will be synthesized. Okay, again from DNA multiplication has been occur. Okay, so from again DNA to RNA, then RNA to protein synthesis. So this process we know. Okay, so this process has been inhibited by these kinds of platinum compound. Okay, so this is what the about mechanism of action of platinum compound. So now the how basically this cisplatin has been activated. Okay, so activation, or we can you can see whatever the how this cisplatin or the platin compound will cross link the DNA of this cancerous cell. Okay, so you can see the cisplatin structure. So in the presence of water there is what removal of water, and we'll get what cisplatin monoaqueous form. Okay, cisplatin monoaqueous form. This is what the active form of cisplatin. Further, in the presence of the platinum contain what positive charge, and further in the presence of what water molecule, another chlorine will be removed, and cisplatin diaqueous form. So this is what also active form of the this cisplatin. So on platin there is what 2 positive charge will be there and 2 water molecule will be there. Now whatever the diagonosine nucleotide, okay, diagonosine nucleotide means the base pair from what DNA, okay, has come in contact with what this cisplatin diaqueous form. Okay, so whatever the water molecule has been removed, and complex between this cisplatin diaqueous form, which is active form of cisplatin, and diagonosine dinucleotide has been the complex has been formed. The complex has been formed. Okay, so you can see the cross link structure after removal of 2 water molecules. So you can see the cross link DNA structure. So by this process, these cisplatin or platinum analogues will form the complex with this diagonosine dinucleotide, means DNA of the cancerous cell. Okay, so this is what the activation of cisplatin and DNA cross linking. So further, whatever the drugs from this category, we have to look into this. Cisplatin basically leads to the development of less reactive platinum compounds such as the carboplatin, oxaliplatin, in which the leaving groups was incorporated into the chelate. Okay, so these drugs basically what development of less reactive platinum compounds. Okay, so carboplatin as well as oxyplatin or the oxyplatin. Okay, so whatever these groups where what leaving group was incorporated into what chelate form. Okay, so development of prodrug. Okay, satraplatin. So satraplatin is what the prodrug. Okay, further carboplatin basically useful in the treatment of ovarian cancer, bladder cancer, then germ cell tumor, then head and neck cancer, then lungs cancer. Okay, so these in different types of cancer this carboplatin has been useful. Then oxaliplatin or the oxaliplatin we can call useful in case of ovarian cancer, metastatic or colorectal cancer, okay, or colon cancer. Okay, so all these drugs has been developed the some kind of side effects, which is what neurotoxicity, nausea, vomiting, myelosuppression, and ototoxicity. Okay, so these kinds of side effects were developed by these platinum compounds. So whatever the chemistry of the these organoplatinum complexes has been given over here. So the chemistry we have to look into this. Okay, so organoplatinum anti-cancer agent are basically platinum second complexes. Okay, with square planar geometry. We have seen the basic structure, which is what square planar geometry. Although an octahedral platinum 4 complexes will be there. So platinum is what inherently electron deficient. Okay, the platinum is what electron deficient, but the net charge on the organometallic complexes is 0. Okay, due to what the contribution of electrons by to the 4 ligands bound to the parent structure. We have seen the structure to the platinum, there will be 4 ligands has been bind. Okay, so because of these, whatever the net charge of this platinum complex will what 0. Okay, the most commonly the electron donating ligands is what chloride. Okay, whatever electron donating is what chloride will be there. Before the reacting with DNA, the electron donating ligands are displaced through the nucleophilic attack by cellular water. In activation pathway, we have seen here whatever the chloride has been displaced by what? Water molecule. Okay, so same thing has been given over here. So whatever the ligand has been displaced by what? Water molecule. When the displaced ligand are chloride anion, okay, the chloride poor environment of the tumor cell facilitate the process driving generation of active cytotoxic hydrated form. Okay, so once this chloride has been removed, whatever the hydrated form of these platinum analog has been developed, and which is what? Cytotoxic hydrated form. Okay, since the original ligand leave the metal with their electrons, the hydrated organoplatinum molecule has a net positive charge. Okay, whatever the original ligand has been leave from the metal, okay, they were what? Come in charges for positive charge. Okay, so initially what? The compound is having what? Net zero charge because of the 4 different substituent, okay, on this platinum ring. So once this particular ligand has been removed, it will come in what? Net positive charge. Okay, so hydrated platinum analog are readily attacked by DNA molecule. Okay, so for example, N7 of adjacent guanine residue, due to the net positive charge that has regained on the platinum atom, the DNA base become coordinated with the platinum, and in the cis configuration, DNA repair mechanism are unable to permanently correct the damage. Okay, so whatever the DNA bases, okay, they were coordinated with what? Platinum, okay, and in what? Cis configuration. Okay, so DNA repair mechanism is unable. Okay, so once DNA has been disrupted, so repairing is not possible. Okay, so permanently correct the DNA damage. The net result is major change in DNA conformation. Okay, such as the base pair that normally engage in the hydrogen bond formation are not permitted to interact. Okay, the 2 amine ligands of the complex are bound irreversibly to the platinum atom through very strong coordinate covalent bond. Okay, whatever the 2 amine ligands on this platinum, they were what? Bound to the platinum by irreversibly. Okay, and they were having what? Strong coordinate covalent bond. Okay, they cannot displace by DNA nucleophiles. Okay, so these kinds of substituent were cannot displace by nucleophiles. Okay, but they do not stabilize the cross-linked DNA platinum complexes. Okay, also they were not stabilize these kinds of complexes in between DNA and platinum by forming a strong ion dipole bonds with an ionic phosphate residue on DNA. Okay, so DNA distortion promotes to futile cycle of the damage recognition and repairs before giving off the ghost and succumbing to cell cycle arrest and apoptosis. Okay, whatever the DNA distortion has been promoted through this complex formation. Okay, so this has been recognized and repair before what? Giving the ghost and succumbing to cell cycle arrest and apoptosis. Okay, so whatever the these kinds of reaction between the DNA and the platinum complexes has been formed, okay, they were leads to what? Cell cycle arrest and apoptosis. That is what the simple meaning of sentence. Okay, so further here the whatever the alkylating agents, okay, alkylating agents we have seen initially what? Nitrogen mustard, then alkyl sulfonate derivative, triazine derivative, organoplatinum derivative and nitrosourea derivatives. All these were come in what? The alkylating agent. So here it's what? The first broad category of anti-cancer agent has been finished. Okay, now in next session we will start with the further major categories of anti-cancer agent will look. Okay, so till that thank you and happy learning.